Today I am going to try to put together a card, a Valentine's card, with products that I bought at Michael's. And then later on in the video I'm going to show you how to make these little heart shaker pieces. Now Michael's had the little mini hearts, and they were little mini shaker hearts, and when I went to get them they were all gone, so I decided to go ahead and make my own, and I'm going to show you how I made these. So cute. And mine are actually a little bit bigger than the ones at Michael's, but that's okay. I like this size. And I have this Spellbinders Nestabilities dies, the heart shape. They do have these at Michael's. And then this paper pad, and let's see, Valentine's Day, I guess that's the name of the paper pad. So this just came out, and then I got these at Michael's as well. They're the Tim Holtz arrows. Okay, so with my card I used the two larger dies, and they say they're nestabilities. Let me see what the package says. Yes, but you have to be very careful when you stack these because they don't fit quite in the center of the next size down. So be careful when you go to cut that this lip here does not sit on top of the cutting portion of the larger heart. Okay, so as you can see on this one, you can see how I spaced it so that I could cut the openings for the shaker, these little shaker hearts. So make sure you tape it down, the two sizes that you're going to use, and make sure that they're not overlapping on the cut edge. When you do run this through, since the larger piece sits on top of the smaller piece, you have to run it through a couple times. So this is what I used to cut the outline or the outer piece of the hearts. And these are, let's see, yeah, so these are the four that I used, the four larger pieces. And then I think there's maybe 2 or 3 smaller ones. Okay, so that's what I used. And I'll just walk you through on my card. I haven't put it together, but I've got everything cut out to save time. Let's see, where's my, I think this is my base. Yes. Okay, so this is the only piece of cardstock that I used for my stash. So, because there wasn't a solid piece of cardstock in the paper pad, so here I have, I think this is 5 by 5. Let's see, 5.5 by 5.5. Yes. Okay, that's my card base. It opens at the top folding card. I'm going to go ahead and adhere my solid mat. Alrighty, so we have that. Now, I cut the opening on the cardstock with the second largest. So I cut that. Okay, cut that open. And then I took these two dies with a different piece of cardstock, and I cut this because I wanted to add a frame around that heart. Okay, And then of course this was left over from that, and I'm going to use that in the center. But I did pop this on foam squares, and when this is popped up on here, this will be recessed in the center. So I'm going to go ahead and first attach this to the shape of my heart. So this is my little frame, and here's my glue. I'm going to pause this, I'm going to add glue, and then adhere it to here, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got my mat glued down to my card base, and also the frame around the center heart, and I've removed most of the backing on the foam squares, and I'm going to go ahead and attach this next. Okay, and then I have, let's see, am I going to use this one or am I going to use this one? Let's see, there's a second one. Where's the other heart? This is the same as this paper, but I think I'm going to use the cutout heart for the mat, and here it is. Okay, so I'm going to use this one. What's wrong with my tape? It's all gooey. Okay. So now I'm going to try to line this up in the center. So this will be recessed since I have the top mat, or the top mat, on foam tape. So okay, that looks pretty good. And then my shaker, I'm going to add that to the center here. Oops. Let me go my camera just down a little bit. Alrighty. And then I'm going to add my arrow right here. Look how cute. And I will add, use my glue gun later on and make sure that it's secure, but I'm not going to do that while I'm showing you how to do it. I'll just use my HEG if I can, just to temporarily hold it in place. And like I said, then I'll use my glue gun. I'm sure I'll be able to take it off, or unless this, I don't want it to fall off, but just for now. And let's see, I'm going to set it right about there. Yep, that looks pretty good. Look how adorable. Okay, so that takes care of the front, and then on the inside I've cut another mat, and I used the large heart and cut out a heart on the center of this piece of cardstock, and I'm going to adhere this right there. I think that looks super cute on the inside. And then I have a Happy Valentine stamp somewhere on my desk. Here it is. And I'm going to shoot for stamping that on the center. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my stamp positioning tool. I'm going to get that, and I'll be right back. Okay, so here I have the We Are Memory Keepers Precision Press. And what I like about this is you can have your part of your project extend past the edge of the tool because it doesn't have a raised edge on the bottom. So I've actually put my card upside down on the press, and so I'll be lifting this from the top, and I'm going to take this stamp and I'm going to peel it off of the block. This is from Michael's in the $2 stamp bin section. Okay, so now I'm going to position my stamp in the center here. Let's see, I guess that's where I want it. Right about there. And now I'm going to close it and pick it up. Let's see, just in case it's not exactly where I want it. Let's see. I'm going to put a piece of, let me see, is this the same size card? No, it's not. Okay, I think I have another white piece of cardstock laying around and the shape of this heart, and I'm going to put it on there just to test it. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I've added my sample heart just to make sure that everything lines up evenly. I'm going to set that there, and then I'm going to ink up my stamp with this Heidi Swap black ink pad. Okay, and then I'm going to close this and see what we get. And if I like it, I'll go ahead and remove the extra little white heart and stamp it permanently. And that looks really good. So I could use that for another project. So I'm going to go ahead and ink up my stamp once again. And lower that. Perfect. Okay, so I could have done this before I added the front embellishments, but I wasn't sure exactly what I was going to do, so you can learn by my errors. So there's the inside and there's the outside, and now we're going to go ahead and move on to the construction of the shaker card. So let me gather my little items and I'll be right back. Okay, so I went ahead and cut 11 of the hearts out of white cardstock, and this is the Georgia Pacific 110-pound weight from Walmart. Okay, and I put my two hearts together. That's how I ran my die with my cardstock through my machine and cut what did I say, 11 of these? Okay, then I removed the center one and cut my acetate and my back piece, which is this piece. So this will go in the back. So I'm going to go ahead and attach the back. So I'm going to just use liquid glue. And add my back piece, my solid heart, and press it down. These are easy to stack because you've got a straight edge here, and you could lay it like this and get an even you can line it up evenly when you lay it like that, and then stack your pieces. So now I'm going to add my acetate after I add my shaker bits. So I have those on my desk somewhere. Here we go. So I just have an assortment of seed beads and 2 different sizes of sequins in pink and red, and then some little hearts in the pink. So I'm going to add those in here. I think that's enough. Okay, and then I'm going to add glue here. And then glue my acetate down. It does get a little staticky, so let's try to get this from the top first. There we go. And then just press it lightly, because you don't want the glue to go onto the inside of your shaker. Looks like I got a little bit right there, but not bad. Okay, the next step is to add our final piece to the top, and that's how we have or make our little shakers. So finish that up. I'm just adding glue to the back. Just adding glue to the back, and then I'm gonna add it here. I like this a lot better than foam tape, especially for a curved piece like this. It's hard to get foam tape this narrow, even especially up here. So there we are, guys. There's our little shaker heart and our Valentine card project. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.